The British Pest Control Association (BPCA) is advising the public to be pest aware and on their guard against bites and stings. They've said people should take steps such as removing standing water within the proximity of their homes. Calls to the NHS helpline for insect bites are nearly double the rate they usually are at this time of year, the BBC reports. They said Public Health England data showed calls to NHS 111 on July 8 reached about 9,000. Rural areas are at risk because of livestock and access to standing water in troughs, ponds, and marshes, which provide a food source and an environment for insects to breed. In a statement issued to Mirror Online, Natalie Bungay, BPCA Field Officer, said, after a prolonged period of hot weather, or rather without cold and uncomfortable conditions for invertebrate pests, insect numbers may see an increase and infestations can develop if left alone. This, for some invertebrate species, is more likely to be rural locations, which will generally have more available breeding opportunities in ponds, marshes and other types of standing water. For blood-sucking insects such as horseflies, the countryside also gives access to food sources, mainly cows and horses grazing in fields. Read more top stories from Mirror Online. Horseflies and mosquitoes are interesting because they rely on aquatic larvae in wet and marshy areas, which won't have necessarily dried up yet, even after the last 4 weeks of hot and dry weather conditions. We continue to receive enquiries and have noted coverage in the media, but there is nothing to substantiate a significant increase in activity. If members of the public do have an issue, we strongly encourage you to contact a BPCA member to get any problems resolved rapidly and professionally. According to BPCA, the top 5 most common bites and stings are false black widow spider, mosquitoes, horseflies, wasps, and hornets. Ms. Bungay added, horsefly bites are particularly painful because their main food source is livestock, which have a limited ability to move a fly away. This means they can take their food without having to worry about delivering a painful bite, as the animals are generally powerless to stop them. This is as opposed to mosquitoes, which extract blood through a painless bite. Dr. Nick Scriven, president of the Society for Acute Medicine, told the BBC, "We wouldn't normally see anyone coming to hospital for a bite, but we have seen a few recently needing treatment with antibiotics, which is very unusual." A couple of these were infected bites from horseflies. They actually give one of the nastier bites because they take a chunk out of you. Medical advice should be sought if any effects, such as swelling, occur after a bite.